Hello out there in YouTube. Just want to make a video of my version of the ammo can stove. There's a lot of these videos out there, and I certainly watched a ton of them. You know, start out probably watching cats play the piano, and you end up down the rabbit hole that is YouTube, and somehow you came across people making tent stoves out of ammo cans and other things. But anyways, this is my version. Pretty happy with it. Works pretty good. I started out with a 50 caliber fat ammo can. So the fat one allows you a little bit more height and a little bit more width than just the standard 50 cal. And yeah, so it worked out really good. It gives you just a little bit more material to work with, to do stuff with. The entire thing was made using a jigsaw and a drill. And then the only other tool that I use, and you don't necessarily need, is I used a 3-inch hole saw to put my 3-inch vent in. And of course I used a variety of bolts, most of which I just had laying around. You could always just get a standard bolt kit. No big deal. The legs are actually coat hooks. And what I did there is they come in packs of 3. So the first time I burned this thing, I had 2 on the front, I had 1 on the back. And the back one ended up drooping because it got hot. And then there's more weight back there when the vent's on it. So now I have 3 legs on the back. I actually haven't burned it since then, but we'll see what's going on. I have a little ashtray. Works pretty good. Also lets air go in there. That is actually made out of aluminum, and it was a tray that my buddy gave me, and I just cut it down and made it fit. The latch worked out really well. This is, you know, just a latch I got from Home Depot. But it works pretty nice. It doesn't allow a seal around, you know, because it hits the screws up here. But no big deal there either. I've only fired it up one time, and absolutely no smoke came out the front door whatsoever. It all goes out the chimney. So, and this is just your standard hinge, zinc-plated hinge. My little thing, this is actually the top to a tin can, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. One thing I messed up there is it's not exactly drilled in the middle, so it works, but the holes only line up one way. No big deal. Let's go on to the chimney. Yeah, I'm just using 3-inch galvanized. I made my own starter pipe, and I did that just by cutting a 3-inch, and then I had it straight, cut a bunch of notches in it, and when you shove it down in there, I just kind of bent the notches up, and then I put a bolt everywhere where there was a notch. So I mean, it's good and strong. I like it. Yeah, I'm not going to go over, if you watch videos, they go in a little bit more in depth of, you got to get the handle off. They tell you to drill it. I was able just to punch mine off, you know, with a chisel. So no big deal there. That was pretty easy. Same thing on the inside. When you get your ammo can, it's going to have a rubber liner on the inside. I replaced that rubber liner with 5/16 fire rope to seal that up. Now on my first initial burn, I didn't have the fire rope, and once again, I had no problem with smoke coming out, but it's in there now. It looks cool. This is like my flue. I don't know what you want to call it. So what happens is, the idea at least is the fire hits this, and the heat actually has to find its way around and then up underneath to where the, you know, where the chimney's at. And it seems to work pretty good. It's going to redirect a lot of the heat to the front, where you can cook and stuff off of. So that worked out pretty well. On the inside, I maybe went a little bit different method than some guys. I did use the expanded steel grate. A lot of guys just bend theirs to fit. I thought it looked cool. I put these bolts in, and it just sits on the bolts. And I think the bolts look kind of cool on the outside. So that worked out pretty good. I like that. Oh, the paint. The paint. The paint is your high heat Rust-Oleum, 2,000 degrees. It's meant for engines or whatever, but pretty cool. Now, what I did to prep for paint, it worked out really well for me. I did nothing with the stock paint, the paint that comes on the ammo can. What I did was I fired up the stove. Once I had it all built, I fired it up in my driveway, and I let that thing burn for like 4 hours, okay? While it was burning, it was literally burning the paint off, and then like the paint was just like peeling off. You know what I'm saying? So then once it cooled, I put a wire wheel, a metal wire wheel on my drill, and man, the paint just came right off. It was so easy. And then I repainted everything in high heat paint. So that's my ammo can stove. Here is a, this is the rest of the chimney. Kind of cool. Just 3-inch. Once again, Home Depot, man. The only thing I didn't get from Home Depot was the ammo can, which I ordered off of eBay. And like I said, it was that Fat Can 50. All right, so there's my version. Works really well. I was able to boil water on it, made some ramen noodles, cooked some sausage on the top, and plus the thing puts off some heat, man. I mean, like, my driveway was wet, and man, it dried all the way around it, like 3 feet away from it. It dried. So pretty cool. All right, so there it is. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and there you go. Have a good one. Bye.